Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. So we got some bombshell news that no one could ever script, really, because a lot of people say it couldn't happen. Because Marjorie Taylor Greene was recognized as probably the most enthusiastic, most pro-MAGA Republican in the said United States House of Representatives. And it appears that she's gone complete turncoat, and each day she gets more Trump deranged and more crazier and crazier every day. And in the latest news, it says, once again, Donald Trump's called her out on her BS. Marjorie Taylor Greene now is saying she's having warnings for her safety after Trump called her a lunatic. Like, she's become too far left, and it's true. Because this woman went on The View on election day, by the way, not trying to help her state, not to rally Republicans and rally with Tim Eagles. No, she was all the way flirting at The View. And to talk about how Republicans need to do it. And to be fair, yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene's right on some things. Like, Republicans need to have a better plan when it comes to the health care. Like, they can't just overturn Obamacare and go, okay, now what? No, you got to go and find what else. You got to go deep down and find out, something to do with Obamacare before you overturn it. But, a lot of people think Marjorie Taylor Greene's just gone insane, mainly over the fake Epstein files. I don't know, that might be the case. But all of you all know that is completely fake. Donald Trump is not in the Epstein files because, fact, even liberal Stephen A. Smith said he wasn't, because it's stupid. If Trump was in the Epstein files, then Democrats would have gone through them and made this Epstein effort years before. They wouldn't have gone through with the bogus indictments and bogus convictions. And someone so dumb like Marjorie Taylor Greene is actually believing this. And she's just using the Epstein saga as something to rally her base. And it's something very different. Because, as you can see, Marjorie Taylor Greene is currently running for re-election. And, she might be primaried if she continues to keep this up. Trump hasn't mentioned anything yet about a primary challenge to kick out Marjorie Taylor Greene. But he has talked about primarying Thomas Massie, and there's allegedly a challenger going up against him right now. But I'm looking for Marjorie Taylor Greene to see if she is running. But, it might not be for long, because I think, this is politically orchestrated, okay? Because Marjorie Taylor Greene has waked up, and she has realized that she has become very, very, very delusioned. Okay, I need to go ahead. Yes, here we go. 14th District. Yeah, she's become very delusioned. Or otherwise, she's realized, okay, I've been more conservative in the last couple years. I need to moderate myself. And in order to moderate herself, let's see how she performed in 2014 specifically. So the 14th District, based on the northwest corner of the state, the incumbent was Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene, who was reelected with 65.9% of the popular vote in 2022. Although Greene won re-election in a landslide, this was her closest margin of victory in any of her political campaigns. It decreased about 1.5 points from 2022. So obviously, this is 2022 was her first. No, it wasn't really necessarily her first year. Yeah, she was originally elected in 2020, where she won Georgia by like 70%. She did very well here, replacing Tom Graves, and you'll see obviously her margin is decreasing. I think we can put on a Jackson Jew to see how much Marjorie Taylor Greene is losing ground in her very conservative electorate. Now, could she win re-election? Absolutely. She can win re-election. But the deal is Marjorie Taylor Greene has more of a career than the House of Representatives. And that's just the truth. She wants to run for governor. She wants to be a senator. And if she wants to win, she's got to have to moderate her positions. And that is what I'm trying to get here. I really don't think what she's doing is personal. I think it's orchestrated. I think she's doing this on purpose because be it this year or be it in 2028, she wants to be known as the ones that calls balls and strikes. And, she wants to play that woman card so badly in recent days, in recent elections. So you do have, okay, this is the House. Yeah, there's another Harris. Yes, Sean Harris. Another Harris. But Harris gained 3 points of a margin compared to Marjorie Taylor Greene going all the way to 2020. It's not good. Yeah. Marjorie lost 12 percentage points. Okay? 12 percentage points 4 years ago. Going to... Oh, yeah, this is... No, not 12 percentage points. Yeah. 10 percentage points. Pardon me, because I did it all the way to 18. 10 percentage points. And going all the way here, yeah, it's cooling, but she's not losing ground. And the fact that she isn't gaining, like, this is a presidential election year. You saw, like, Buddy Carter gain. You saw Allen gain a little bit, barely. And you usually don't gain that much in the countryside where the Republicans are, okay? You don't, that's not usually what happens. Let's see. Yeah, Tom Emmer gained. Yeah, it can happen, but it's completely normal to Republicans to lose ground in their own strongholds because they're not devoting time and energy to win those strongholds because they're going to win them regardless. Notice you do have a lot of dark blue in the solid red states. Yeah, it's not states that Republicans are really interested in because we're relatively or allegedly, we're going to win these states regardless, okay? We don't want to waste the time and resources in order to win something that we're going to win. So what looks like Marjorie Taylor Greene is trying to do right now, and she's getting a little bit more unhinged. I just think that's her personality. But, I think personally she wants to run for governor. Will she run for Senate? Well, I don't know. You already have a pretty open field in the Senate race going all the way to 2026 here because I think it was a part of a bombshell poll that really hurt Marjorie Taylor Greene. You actually take a look at this bombshell poll. I want to believe it's 2026 because we covered that poll last year. Earlier this year? Yeah, earlier this year. It feels like last year. It's going by very quickly. But part of the Senate race, you'll see we got polls. I don't know if they still have them. The hypothetical polls may be gone. But I want to see the polls involving Marjorie Taylor Greene. Okay. She's not officially run. And they may have gotten rid of... Yeah, here we go. Yeah. These aren't good polls for Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yes. You're seeing... This is back in April. The worst one was from Tyson Group. John Ossoff beating her by 51 to 39%. 9 undecided. That's pretty bad. If 9 is undecided, I mean, it's pretty much people are guaranteed to vote against you. You have the Atlantic Journal-Constitution, 54%. This is even worse. 54% to 37%. And it did not improve. You'll see John Ossoff defeating Marjorie Taylor Greene by 11 points in an April poll from Trafalgar. Okay, so it could become because of this. This is my personal theory. Just because I say she's running for governor, just because I'm speculating she's running for governor, does not mean at all that she's running for governor. That's the same thing why I said with the 2025 New Jersey race. Just because I think Jack Ciattarelli would win doesn't mean he's going to win. I think for the moment. And what I'm looking at the patterns is, I think this is very politically motivated because if it's either she's that dumb, and don't get me wrong, I don't really like Marjorie Taylor Greene that way. I mean, I'm not saying that because she turned against Republicans. I mean, in some areas, she's right. Absolutely. The fact that Republicans don't have a plan for health care. The fact that, Republicans didn't have a plan didn't get on board with the speaker before ousting Kevin McCarthy back in 2023 was ridiculous. And I agree with her on that. But now going after the president and basically going with the Democratic Party's Epstein conspiracy theory list, which looks like it's falling apart because they have zero evidence. You think it's going to appeal to you? It's not. It is absolutely not. No, you're becoming an Alyssa Farah Griffin. And she's going to join Alyssa Farah Griffin if she loses this governor's race at The View. And that's how personally I feel. Like, I mean, don't be surprised to see Marjorie Taylor Greene enter the Senate race for 2026 or enter the governor's race in 2026 or even 2028. Because Raphael Warnock is running also in that race. But really, I think Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's trying to play a political football. She's trying to elevate her career. She realized she's damaged her career a lot. She's been impulsive. It's not like, geez. I mean, we can all say Marjorie Taylor Greene should have been shouting screaming on the top of her lungs in the 2023 to the 2024 joint addresses, right? She shouldn't have been doing that. That was extremely disrespectful, etc., right? We can call that out. And she finally realizes this. Oh, wait, hang on. I'm being too unhinged. If I'm going to run for governor, if I'm going to be a senator someday, I got to be less unhinged because you got to be a little bit more moderate to win a state like Georgia, but you can't be abhorrently far left. Like Marjorie Taylor Greene has gone and we know this is political because Marjorie Taylor Greene had zero problems. At all. Zero problems with deporting illegal aliens. Zero. She was on board with deporting illegal aliens that were working, that were on the fields doing labor. She was on board with it. And now all of a sudden, she's against it. Oh, well, I think we need a plan for the jobs. It's not about the jobs. No. And Marjorie Taylor Greene's falling for the trap. But it doesn't matter. She knows she's falling for it. She's trying to moderate herself. She's trying to get her approval rating up with independents because her approval rating's not even through the roof. It's through the tank. Like, it's tanked all the way to the dead bottom. Because even MAGA can say, yeah, this lady's too unhinged. Okay? I mean, yes, yeah, sure. She was leading in some polls. And I told you in this channel, in the beginning of the year, I said, no, I don't want Marjorie Taylor Greene to win. I remember in springtime, we covered the Georgia races, we covered the Georgia polls, and I said, we're not winning with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Don't vote for Marjorie Taylor Greene. That was when, I declared, hey, look, I agree with her, I like her, but she's not going to help us win elections. She needs to stay in the House. Now I have to tell you, I'm pretty fed up with Marjorie Taylor Greene right now because we know it's all about her. It's literally all about her. Her constituents are not happy with it. And it's either, if she is going to, she's in a pickle. She really is in the pickle. She only has one pathway forward, and that is joining The View. Go on The View. Get paid by ABC to join on the View, to join these unhinged women, old women, in their silly coffee, mixed in with Trump derangement, sit on their fancy little couch and talk about Trump. That's your only way forward, Marjorie. You screwed it up so badly. So badly. And Trump is right. You're wacky. You're crazy. But hey, we accepted you for it. That's why we admired you, Marjorie. You were unapologetic. You were being yourself. You know how the left likes praising people, low testosterone men that are too lesbian-like. No, yeah, they'll celebrate those people. Oh, they're just being themselves. You know, Marjorie Taylor Greene has a pretty happy-go-lucky personality. That's why we liked her. But hey, she's thrown that out the window. She thinks that makes her unpopular, that makes her unliked. And if she needs to elevate a political career, she's got to have to get rid of that, and she has to become more critical of Trump. She has to become more independent. She has to be less one-sided, and she has to get rid of all forms of common sense. She's making lies up about the Epstein files. We have already pretty much got the biggest bombshell of the week so far when it comes to the Epstein files, basically exonerating Trump from anything he's done when it comes to Epstein. I don't get it. These liberals are running around crazy, saying, oh, Trump's abused women, even though the emails was basically a divorce from Jeffrey Epstein, basically saying, I don't want to talk with this guy anymore. He threw him out of Mar-a-Lago. And not to mention the victims. All the women lined up in a row were interviewed one by one, well, all together. And they said, no, Trump was not involved. So what are you doing? You know, this isn't about the Epstein files. This is about elevating a political career. And this is obviously what's going on. And a lot of people were like, okay, what if she does run? Well, I wouldn't be surprised if she runs. I would be laughing my head off if she runs, because she's going to lose. If she gets nominated, and forbid she not, by Republicans, she will lose. John Ossoff will blow her out. And we're talking about a very popular governor, or Democrat in general. And I'm going to do two hypotheticals. That being a governor's race and a senator's race. Now, I think it's two different hypotheticals, and I don't know which way Marjorie Taylor Greene wants to go. I mean, she would have a better chance going for the governor, and she would have a better chance of winning. She might actually win because Democrats literally have no candidate. No candidate. No good candidate. No candidate that runs a bill. But hey, I heard that the turncoat turned Democrat, Guelph Duncan, might run as a Democratic nominee. That's what I hear. But if Guelph Duncan runs, then he will become the next governor. Again, no way is he going to beat. He will beat Marjorie Taylor Greene like crazy. But yeah, it looks like you already have a big race. You have Brad Raffensperger, Burt Jones, Chris Carr in the Republican race. You got, for Democrats, you see, oh wait, oh boy, yeah, you already got Guelph Duncan. Yes, he's declared his run. It's over. Yeah, I mean, he could very well win. I mean, this guy is a former Republican. And if this guy will win against Marjorie Taylor Greene. There's no way forward for her. There is no way forward for Marjorie Taylor Greene if she goes against Duncan. I mean, like, let's be real. Yeah, Duncan is a rhino, now Democrat. No one on the right likes him. He is a fiend. He's a con man. But, you know, people, the independents, will all go to him over Marjorie Taylor Greene. Oh, no way. Yes, absolutely. Marjorie Taylor Greene, this is what you want to do to yourself? You got yourself into a pickle. You didn't have to do this. Marjorie Taylor Greene did not have to do this. But she did. And because she's doing this, she might as well just double down on it and hope that she gets something out of it. But I'm saying both the governor and the Senate doesn't look good for her. This is Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah, so I'm basically calling this Greene. Grease? No, it's Greene. So, in a hypothetical Duncan versus Greene race, we can actually use the swing-o-meter because it'll tell us by demographics. Yeah, I will tell you, Marjorie Taylor Greene's she's going to not do well with the African American vote. I don't think she's doing well with the rural vote. If she's losing that much in her district, I don't think she is the chance at all. But basically I'm going to, this is 77%. Basically I'm going to lower this down to 74%. 3-point margin. You also got white college graduates. Yeah, I think it would go down significantly. Maybe like 53%. Nor I would doubt that the white college graduates actually. I think Duncan might actually win them, but barely. Yeah, it's not looking good. Like crazy. Hispanic vote, probably for Duncan by like 64%. You got the Asian vote. Yeah, like 67%. Yeah, I mean, this is horrible. Let's see, what about turnout? You know, keep it like this. So, this is something you would look like for I would assume, a typical Marjorie Taylor Greene performance. I do think that she will win. She will lose Fayette County if she runs. If she runs, the only pathway forward, if she runs, is in Georgia. You will get a blue wave. Yes, in Georgia, you'll get a blue wave. I'm just being straight on honest. Forbid she not. She is going to destroy this political party. Like, seriously. Yay, I mean, best case forward for you, Marjorie, would be joining The View. Just being crystal clear. But yeah, she's obviously losing the traditional counties. Wait, yeah, she might lose Burke, actually. Burke County is on a tip-in edge. We'll see. We'll see. I am not sure. But I would say in the Senate race, that is. Let's see. Yeah, I'm comfortable with this. White college graduate, sure. 93%. Was it originally 93%, though? Let's see. All right. And it's not even guaranteed if Cliff Duncan can actually win. I mean, this guy is going against a lot of state representatives. Keisha Lance Bottoms looks like she's going to deliver a very, very, very competitive race. You'll see, actually. Yeah, Duncan's barely cracking up anything. Michael Thurmond, Keisha Lance Bottoms. Yeah, I don't know if Duncan can actually pull it off. But let's see. I think if she's going against Keisha Lance Bottoms, then yeah, maybe she gets away with the traditional counties and makes it somehow makes it somewhat of a close race. Well, actually, this is John Ossoff. What am I talking? Yeah, let's just say this is the governor's race as of right now. This is for governor. Whether she wins, it's up to you. It's up to you. But yeah, I think Lance Bottoms is probably going to win the primary. I don't want to get everyone too riled up about Duncan. Otherwise, he is a guy that we should be concerned about. Former lieutenant governor, former Republican, has influence in the state. But, I think Democrats have gone too far left. They can't reject the liberal black woman, the mayor of, you already got tilting Republican here. So we'll go ahead and say Lance Bottoms. For the governorship. Keisha Lance Bottoms. Bottoms. So that's her last name. It's not hyphenated. So we'll just say Greene's the winner, but it's a very, 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 very not below. I'd say, actually, no, I don't know if she's the winner because the African American voters are going to turn out like crazy for Bottoms. Oh, it's everything up here that matters, and yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a very tight one. But what about let's just say changing this to Senate race. Okay? She runs for Senate. What does it look like? Well, I'll tell you. Ossoff will carry but then again, we got to remember this is a federal race, but I do think Ossoff will win Fayette County for sure. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go to presidential, see how much. Whoops. Keep shooting it out. I don't want that. Let's do map of past elections. Older. There we go. I don't know why it does that. But yes, Fayette, she's going to lose it. She's also going to lose. She very well could lose Burke. But I'll just say, hey, since this is like a Senate race, I would just assume that this is what the result would look like. The difference is Ossoff would probably pick up Fayette County, add it to his pile. But anyway, what do you guys think regards to this video? Will Marjorie Taylor Greene do this? Or should she turn around? Should she apologize to Trump? And should she try to make up with her own base? Because I'm telling you, she's going to lose so much votes next year in 2026. She might as well quit and join The View if she wants to continue this. But even The View isn't even going to guarantee to hire her. But, this is a recipe for disaster for Marjorie Taylor Greene. It's sad. I mean, I'm not a Marjorie Taylor Greene. I never was a Marjorie Taylor Greene fan, so I can only feel so bad. But, this is a Trump loyalist turned crazy, so I can only feel so much emotion. So anyway, what do you guys think in regards to this video? Let me know down below. And as always, I'll see you all in the next political episode.